Hi everybody! If you're stuck at home during this pandemic and feeling a little stiff and out of sorts, I've got a program for you, something to start your day off with every day. It's called Head to Toe, Get Up and Go. Let's get to work. We are going to start at the top. I want to start with some breathing exercises. In as deep as you can. We want to get in 5 deep breaths here to start things out. That'll start the oxygen going to the muscles, and we're going to work on circulation. So a very good place to start. So deep breath in through your nose, and then out through your mouth. And as you're going in, when you're bringing that air into your body, think about your lungs going all the way down to basically sitting on top of your stomach, and you want to try to feel air going that full and that deep into your body. So here we go. 4 more. All the way in and all the way out. All right, and now next up is for our chin tuck. Now, a chin tuck is going to help align our posture. We want to get your head back here as far as you can. Get yourself feeling as tall as you can. And the muscles along the back side of your neck will be stretching out. Hold this position for 5 seconds. You're feeling yourself get tall, your head is sliding back, your chin is staying on a shelf. Don't look up or down, just straight back. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. And when you rest, I'm not talking about resting. We don't ever want to encourage a chin forward position. That is all too often how we are when we're sitting. So 4 more, here we go, chin tucks. Nice and tall. 5, 2, and 1, rest. Again. Now, a lot of times people during this too, they tend to shrug their shoulders like in opposition. See if you can't keep those separate. Keep your shoulders relaxed and just make that chin go back. Rest, here we go, 5 more seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5. Rest, 1 more. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. We're going to stick with the theme up here around under your neck and go into some neck stretches. We won't hold them very long. We're not looking to really make any progress in your range of motion here for this head to toe, get up and go warm up. More of a circulation thing. So while your chin is still tucked back, over to the side, bring that ear down to your shoulder as far as you can. Slowly move it to the other side. Back and forth 5 times. There's 2 and 3. Not a big fan of neck circles, but I do like bringing our necks through the full range of motion, just in a very one-directional position. And 1 more exercise, still considering that chin tuck position. Keep your chin back, and now we'll do rotations. And this one in particular, I find that many times when people have tight muscles along the side of their neck, as they go to turn, this kind of thing happens. Really fight that. Keep that chin back. Twist as far as you can. As far as you can. Both sides. Let's do 2 more. Go at your own pace here. Try to find that end of your motion. On our way down to the shoulders. Easy to do while you're sitting or standing. And again, go at your own pace. And I would suggest that you do these shoulder circles going backwards. So the first thing you're thinking is up, back, down, and around. We're going for 10. We're already partway there. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Let's make it a little more exciting here with bigger circles. Now, again, up to you how your shoulders are moving, and if you need to do just with 1 arm at one point and then the other arm, that's fine too. That would look something like this. If you can get both of them going, and as big as you can, backwards circles with your arms. We've got 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and now going forward direction. It feels a little different in those directions depending on what's going on up at your shoulders. So adjust your size of your arm circles and the speed of your arm circles as needed. Just go at your own pace. We're at 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's give those shoulders a little stretch across the front. Now, if you can, grab your hands behind your back. And if you can't, that's fine too. Maybe put your hands on your hips. The emotion here we're looking for is to lift your heart up to the sky. Bring your shoulders back and rest. Back, rest. 3 more. Back. You kind of maybe will feel like you're getting tall here as this stretch is going on. Whew. Kind of opens up your lungs and the front of your shoulders. Good. Another one, bring your arm across your body like this. This is stretching out the muscles across your upper back and along your arm. Now this is a stretch that if you do have kind of shoulder pain or any swelling going on inside your shoulder, any kind of arthritis, bursitis, any of those kind of things, this might bother you. If that's the case, bring your arm down a little lower perhaps, or just don't bring it as far. If you can, get it all the way up here at your neck and all the way out straight. Getting circulation going through those muscles. And 3 more times on each arm. Maybe it's down here. Maybe by now you're loosening up. As we do a few more repetitions, you'll be able to get that arm up a little higher. Go at your own pace. Some elbow flexing. Let's get some Popeye muscles going here. Start up here. It's 7, 6, 5, 4. If you're getting a little tired, it's okay if they sag down, but do your best. If you can keep them up there, keep them way up in here. If you've got it, down here is just fine too. Start where you are able to start, and we'll work on this. I would suggest these exercises every day anyway, so you're gonna get better. Let's go to the wrists, wrist circles. Turning your in towards your thumbs. Make them as big as you can without pain. If you're having any sort of pain, back off. Smaller circles, slower circles, all that's fine. Other direction for 10 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How about some finger exercises? Fists, open, close, open, close, open, close. At your own pace, at your own force. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more. Good. Quick little shake them out. Let's do some wrist stretches. We've got a standing variation, or sitting as it may be, that looks like this, and another variation when you're sitting that will use the bench. So in this case, you just want to make sure your elbow's straight. It doesn't have to be way up here like this. Very effectively, your arm can be down here by your side. You just want to use your opposite hand to pull those fingers up. Keep them straight and feel that stretch along your forearm here. And then turn your hand over and do the other side. Same thing, you're grabbing the back of your hand, not down here at your fingers, but at your hand, so you feel the stretch up along your forearm. And we'll go back and forth. And of course, we don't want to leave the other arm out either. Up, down, up, down. Good. I feel it pulling even, and when I first started off, I'm getting a little stretch that goes all the way from the tip of my fingers and thumb all the way up past my elbow. We're focusing mainly on the muscles, and here is where you're primarily going to feel it, but up higher is very possible as well. All right, we'll move to some sitting variations now. Another variation to that wrist stretch that we just did, you need to be sitting down and have space alongside of you, say on a couch or a bed. You want to have your fingers pointed backwards and your palm flat. Don't lean onto your arm, it can hurt your wrist. Just keep your body weight over your hips, your fingers pointing back, your elbows straight, and then, as if you're not feeling it a little already, lean back. Go at your own pace, find your own comfort level here, but as you lean back, that stretch should intensify from the tips of your fingers, maybe all the way up to your shoulder. Pause there, and then flip your hand over. Your fingers are still pointing backwards, but the back of your hand should be resting on the couch or bed next to you, elbows straight. Lean back again, And commonly, if you're not feeling it enough, it might be because your fist is on the ground. You really want to have the back of your hand down. And again, this could hurt your wrist joint if you're leaning on it too heavy or if it's bent too far, so go at your own pace. Lean back. And we'll do that on both sides. Fingers pointing back, elbows straight in front. Lean. Then turn your hand over again, elbows straight. Lean back. All right, moving on to some more core activities. By the way, let's grab a couple quick deep breaths. Fill up and strengthen those lungs. All right, this exercise is for your core, and we can do this exercise laying down just as easy as we can sitting or standing. All I want you to do is to think about your belly button and suck it in. Do what you can. Just bring those muscles in. You'll probably feel your ribs coming up away from your hip bones a little bit. You'll feel your shoulders getting a little straighter and higher. You'll be getting a little taller. But really focus on that sucking in part, those muscles. There's like a belt-shaped muscle that runs across the front of your hips and across your belly button there. That's going to help support your back. Draw it in, 5 seconds. Make sure you're breathing because I don't want you holding your breath while you're holding those 5 seconds. And rest. Now when you rest, I don't want you to collapse like an accordion, but keep the stomach in, 5 seconds more. And then just take a little break. Those muscles might actually feel a little shaky when they get tired. If you're really working them hard, you do want to take them to that point where they're feeling like that workout, but not in any pain whatsoever. 5 more seconds. Doing 5 repetitions of these. This is 3. Good. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, really hold it in. Feel those stomach muscles going in and up. Lift those ribs off of your hips. 3 more seconds. 2, 1, and rest. Okay, now we'll stretch out your back muscles. Still sitting in a comfortable position, still sitting tall as you're in that comfortable position. Turn your body as far as you can to the side. Our goal here is to square up our shoulders and the center of your chest as far as you can, like a 90-degree angle. Everyone's gonna have a little different range of motion here. Always keep it within your comfort level, no pain, but twist as far as you can. I've got one hand on my thigh and I'm kind of giving myself a little leverage to really go further. And staying tall as you twist to the other side. Stay tall. Your head goes kind of in conjunction with your shoulders, so you'll be looking to the side, if not slightly behind you. Stay up nice and tall. Feel your back and your sides. That's where you'll feel that stretch. I think that might have been 5. Let's do 1 extra. All right. Moving down a little lower now to the hips. These also connect to your back, so any back tightness, loosening up your hip and thigh muscles, that's going to help there too, as well as your hips and your knees. So if you can, cross your ankle all the way up here onto your knee like this. The variation is going to be maybe so that your leg only comes up part way. And if you've got a belt or a strap, or if you can just use your pant leg here to pull up, get it up as high as you can. Ultimately, your goal is to get it up in this position. From here, again, we're gonna see many degrees of flexibility, maybe up high, maybe down low, wherever you can. Your goal is to get your knee down as flat as you can, and in the meantime, you'll be feeling the stretch in the side of your hip. We'll push it down, and then pull up and twist towards it. So my hands are here on each side of my knee. First, I'm pushing my knee down and keeping my body square forward. Then I pull the knee up to my chest as I twist towards that knee. And we'll go up and down 5 times, so we got 3 more to go. I'm feeling this all along the side of my hip. If you're getting any pain in your groin area, don't pull or push as far. You want to just feel it out in here like a stretch, not like any kind of pinching pain. And we'll move over to the other leg, same thing. If you can get it here, great. If not, your modification is gonna look like this. Sitting up tall, pushing your knee down. pulling your knee and twisting towards it. This is the modified position. If you can get your leg up higher here, even better. We're working towards it, step by step. 2 more. All right. Moving on down now to the hamstring muscle with your leg out straight. So at this point, you need to be in a chair or a bed or a couch, something that doesn't have wheels on it, something that surely is not going to roll out behind you, because you need to move your hips towards the front of that chair a bit. And with one leg out straight, one leg stays firmly planted on the ground to keep you safe. Your other leg is out as straight as you can get it, because we're gonna stretch the muscles along the back of your calf, back of your knee, and all the way up, possibly even as high as your back. You're gonna feel it. So with your heel on the ground, get your hands either alongside of you on your bed or up on your thighs, and then lean forward. You wanna lean forward enough to feel that stretch in the back of your leg so that it's comfortable, but so that you know you're doing something. And again, not painfully so, just stretching. This is one of my favorite stretches for the hamstring, for the back of your knee, for your calf. And you can hold this as long as you want. For this particular warm-up program, we're going for circulation and get out some stiffness, so we're not doing long holds, we're just kind of getting our bodies moving. So I'm just going till I feel it stretch, pause, and back off it. Other leg, we'll do 5 over here. Remember, your heel is on the ground. Your knee is as straight as you can, because we want to focus on your knee being straight. When you're walking, your knee should always be straight as your heel contacts the ground during a normal step. That's going to help get rid of limps. Good. Feel that pulling, maybe even stretching as far up to your back, down to your heel, all along the back of your leg. All right. There's a stretch that works the inside of your thigh, and we've got a couple variations here too. We could do one similar to what we just did, just swing your leg out wide, and then this will stretch along the inside part of your thigh. If you're actually on your couch or bed, go ahead and see if you can't get that leg all the way up so it's resting alongside of that surface. And we can also do it just where your knee is bent and just pushing it open. So pick a variation that's comfortable for you. Here's your start position. Move your leg to the side and either leave it on the ground like this and then lean forward as you push your knee back. Straighten your leg out and lean forward so that it gets along the groin and the inner thigh. And if you can, get that leg all the way up on your bed and lean forward, same thing. This is great if you've got any suggestion of a medial meniscus issue in your knee, any kind of arthritis. I find that this exercise really helps people. And again, you can hold it as long as you want, up to 30 seconds, even to a minute. I'm doing the repetition here so that we can get some blood flow going to those muscles. Switch it over to the other side. Heel on the ground in this case, or up on your bed, or with your knee bent, and work to stretch the inner thigh here. That's 2. Besides, I'm not trying to trick you here too much, I'll let you in on a secret, but we're getting some back exercises in too with all this leaning forward and leaning back. Keep your stomach sucked in. But it should be stretching your back, not making it tired. And your arms are always resting on your legs here so that you don't have to dangle yourself out here. You can support yourself with your arms. All right, here's some more moving exercises. Again, sitting down is totally fine. If you want to stand and do this exercise, all the more power to you. Make sure you just have something to hold on for balance. But the exercise is marching. So when you're sitting, this is what you got. Your hands can stay resting on your thigh. They can hold yourself up by the side of your chair here to keep your posture real good. You're gonna feel a little bit of abdominal workout as well as the top of your thigh muscle. Ooh, might not have been counting here. Let's call this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Always go at your pace, rest as you need to. There's another day that you can push to get that one extra repetition if you need to, if you couldn't quite get all 10 today. And let's keep going on with leg kicks. I like to alternate these. You'll feel a little bit of an abdominal workout with this too, so go ahead and use your arms alongside of you to support yourself up. If you need to have that extra, also suck in your stomach muscles. But this exercise primarily is for the muscle on the top of your thigh, the quad. And as you're lifting that foot up, all the way straight. That last little bit of all the way straight truly is the most important part. Again, that knee muscle when we're walking has to be straight. And if it doesn't go straight, or if it isn't strong enough to keep that straight position, that's when you risk your knee buckling and giving out on you. So this one's key to be safer at walking. All the way up straight. Let's do two more each leg. Good. Okay. I'm feeling it. I'm working my muscles not just on the way up, but on the way down too. I'm not just letting them plop down, and that gives an extra burn through here. Heading right on down to the feet, we've got calf raises. By calf raises, I mean an exercise you leave your toes on the ground, your heels come up. You can do this standing. If your balance feels good and if you're not getting any ankle pain with it, by all means, standing calf raises, go for it. They're a little bit harder. You can start here with 10 of these, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and now if you can get to the point of your seat that you're on where your legs don't have to be supported, you can hold them up, and we'll do ankle circles. Now, if it's too difficult and you're feeling your back hurting, even though we're just moving your feet, if you're feeling your back hurting with this, it might be because you're holding your legs up. So in that case, do one at a time and use your hands to support your body this way too. Again, this is all about you. Go at your pace, what you can do. We're shooting for 10 circles counterclockwise and 10 circles clockwise. All right. And the last exercise, kind of like a grand finale, you could say, we're going to do squats, if you can. Now, if standing up and moving around like that is not an option for you, then stay in your chair and do some more of these. These will get some of the same muscles working for you. If you can get up and get moving around, then we want to do squats. While you're doing squats, keep your feet hip-width apart, not too wide. I know a lot of times people think, oh, going real wide is going to give you more oomph, but actually if you keep your feet narrow, that's more or less how it is when we stand up out of a chair, and that utilizes your quad muscles as well as your glute muscles, not just your glute muscles. So it's an extra bonus. Also, while you're doing squats, keep your stomach sucked in. Just in case you had to bend to lift something up, you might as well have that good habit of engaging your core muscles at the same time. So with the squat motion, up to you how far you can go down. You bend your knees, and as your knees bend, you want to make sure your hips go back. Don't let your knees just go forward. You're keeping your back straight during a squat, but you're kind of leaned forward. And that way, that's how you use your butt muscles rather than putting all the strain up against the back of your kneecaps. If you're getting any pain in your back or your knees, make a smaller squat. You got to start someplace, so keep it pain-free, most importantly. So 10 repetitions. And a different view. You want to feel the muscles of your glutes working and your quads working here in the front of your thigh and back in your butt. That's where you're going to get those muscles working. And this activity is going to help you get up and down out of a chair. Very important. All right. And that concludes the head to toe, get up and go exercise program. I hope you're feeling loosened up. All of us here at Pools of Hope wish you the best.